All right, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started. We have our training calendar out for May. This is the training over the next 4 or 5 business days. And if you haven't got it already, check your email. May is out, correct, Kirsten? Hollis, will you tell us about Rawhide Night?
Yes. Wednesday, May 7th, 7 o'clock. Realtor night at the Rawhide. They are $10 a ticket for adults, $5 for kids. Sign up with Kirsten so that we can get seats together. And
Who are they playing?
I don't know.
That's important.
San Bernardino
Yeah,
Quakes.
if they're playing the Giants, that may go.
Yeah, they're not playing the Giants. I can guarantee that.
All right, awesome. And do we have several signed up?
We have about, I'm going to say 15 people.
15?
Yeah, so far.
Good. What is the autograph bat if we have the most?
If we have the most agents or people from our office going, we get an autographed bat, and I think that should be a giveaway.
Is that for everybody going or just one?
Just one.
Just one.
So how do we split it up?
So we're going to do I'm going to chop it up for you, Bill.
We're gonna auction it off.
All right, awesome. And then just a reminder on Monday, Cinco de Mayo, outside here in the parking lot. Am I pointing in the right direction?
Mm-hmm.
Tacos and margaritas. Hollis, did you have anything to say about that?
No, the tickets are at the front desk. They are free, but we are encouraging a $2 donation to the local KW Cares. So downstairs with Brittany.
Awesome, sounds good. And then also Red Day reminder, Thursday, next week on Thursday, big day for us. Anything to add to that, Hollis, for Red Day?
Nope, sign-up sheets at the front desk. Visalia will be eating in Tulare, so if you want your free lunch, you have to go and help at Tulare too.
Yeah, Bill.
How come she's not running the meeting?
Troy gets an official 60 seconds. I just...
After next week, there won't be any of those events. All right, well, I have a little quiz for you. Or, what's it called? Photo not available. Okay, we're going to guess who this person is. And do we have a prize or anything to give away? Okay, so we have a Red Day shirt, 2014 edition. It's a large, but if that doesn't fit, then you can trade it in for your size. Okay, so very simple. And the first person that knows it, raise your hand. And if you're correct, you will win. Okay? We're going to guess who this person is. Don't have a photo. Okay, we're going to guess who this person is, but just raise your hand when you know. This person is part of the Keller Williams family. So there's a little bit of a hint, right? It's not someone famous. It's someone part of the Keller Williams family in Tulare and or Kings County. All right, this person was born in Germany. This person this person lived in 4 different states and 2 different countries. This person was an assistant scoutmaster for a time.
Like Boy Scouts?
What other scout?
This person works in the Visalia office. This person is here daily.
Is it you?
Simon.
Jeremy Garcia.
That is correct.
No.
No, that's incorrect.
That's incorrect.
Oh, that is incorrect. That is incorrect. I mean, what do you want to do?
Jason Garcia.
Jason Garcia would be correct.
Yes, that's right. Thanks, Troy. Thanks, Troy.
So Jason Garcia was born in Germany, now that we know who it is. Lived in 4 different states and 2 different countries, and most important of all was an assistant scoutmaster.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I still have the outfit. I do. Baggy, but it does.
All right, we're going to ask our panel to come up. Mike Bixler, Paul Deathridge, Troy Guy, and Bill Mathis. Let's give them a hand, bring them up.
It's already done.
Hey, I would sit in for you, Troy, but I'm asking the question.
Okay, all right.
just too
We
high.
needed one bald guy to represent.
That's right. That's right. You sure you guys?
All right, very, very good.
What are you hiding under there, Bill?
Nothing.
Okay.
Look at this real quick, but most of you know Bill Mathis has been in business for approximately 10 years. He's closed hundreds of transactions. He's a Mike Ferry student, and he teaches the class on scripts and dialogues. Bill started in the same office that I did, and I saw him come in every day from ground zero. Started in his early 50s, and for the first time in real estate, or late 40s, and his first time in real estate, and just was in every morning consistently and became a top producer within 2 or 3 years. And I saw it with my own eyes. It was pretty awesome. Troy Guy's been in real estate for over 20 years now.
Yeah, this is the 23rd year.
23rd years, well over 1,000 closed transactions, and I've learned a lot from Troy, one of my first mentors early on when I started 14 years ago. Mike Bixler and the Bixler team, one of the top teams out in Kings County. And Paul Deathridge here has been in the business less than a year and is doing phenomenal, is on his way to be to capping and to being one of the top agents in our office. He's also, your mentor Darren or Bill?
Bill.
Bill's Paul's mentor, which makes sense. Also Mike Ferry's student.
Yes.
And so we're going to go through and we're going to give them some objections on a listing appointment. Traditional market's coming back, it's back. So you're probably going on more traditional listing appointments. If not, you will. And we want to be prepared for that. One of the things that we get is objections. How do we handle those objections? And what is the process of doing that? So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to give an objection. And the first objection I want to give is to Mike and then also to Troy. And the objection is we want you to cut your commission.
Okay, I'm going to give you the honest answer first. I've never encountered it. We tackle commissions during our presentation head on. There's no question. We define what we're going to do, we define how we're going to do it, and we define what we're going to do it for. However, if I was met with that one, my first question would probably very politely be why? What have I done already that demands that I cut my pay for you?
So Mike prepares his clients in his presentation that the brokerage fee is 6% and doesn't get that objection. So that's something
We
that works.
completely explain what that 6% is, how it's split, why it's advantageous for you to pay a reasonable commission to sell your house for a higher price.
Awesome. Troy?
If that were on the phone, I would just immediately diffuse it by saying that is definitely an option, and we will we'll discuss commission when I'm there, because commission is by law negotiable. And some of my clients choose a 6% commission, and some of them choose to pay a 7% commission, and I'll explain to you why that would be.
So on the phone,
so
you're going to discuss
not-
it because you want the appointment.
I want the appointment. That's right. So then I'd say, but when can you meet, and we can kind of go over all of that. But that definitely 5% is an option. I mean, it is an option for some agents. It's not necessarily an option for me, but it is negotiable by law. Now, if it were at a listing appointment and I go over a net sheet, I have a net sheet at all my listing appointments, and so I address it. If they don't bring up reducing the commission, then I bring it up. Because I say, now some people might question why a 6% commission, and that's where I'd go into explaining that essentially there's several reasons, but essentially you're going to get more money if you pay a full commission. If you go about giving a disincentive to all the other 900 agents that are in our market to sell your home, when we could go sell a brand new home or take our clients there, and we're competing directly with brand new home, then why would they want to sell your house? And of course, a major point is, and furthermore, do you really want an agent that is going to not be able to justify their own value and have that agent, that's the agent that you're hiring to actually negotiate for your money?
Very good. So, Paul, the other agent said they would cut their commission that I'm interviewing.
Well, I just go kind of right off of Mike's Ferry script, and I'd say, well, that's a valid question. Here's what concerns me about that. If the other agent you're interviewing is not strong enough to stand up for his own work, what makes you think he's going to be strong enough to defend the price that you set on your home? Now, Kevin, I've got that courage. Do you think I can sell your house?
Yeah.
Let's just sign the contract so I can get you what you want when you want it, where you want to go. Now, the other one that I like to use is, somebody said, will you, not saying somebody else said, will you cut your commission? And I'm gonna use Kevin, and I'm gonna say, Kevin, can I ask you a question? Yeah. Thank you. Let's say tomorrow morning you walked into work, and your boss calls you into his office, and he says, Kevin, you are doing a great job. Everyone is pleased with your work. You're superior above everybody else. As a matter of fact, I'm going to give you some more work to do. But Kevin, I'm going to need you to take a pay cut. Kevin, how does that make you feel?
Not good.
You know, Kevin, you and I are a lot alike. Do you think I can sell your house?
Yes.
Sign the contract.
Very good. I'm agreeable to the 6%. I understand that, but Bill, the price that you want me to list it for, that you suggest, I'm a little concerned about that because the other agent I interviewed said he could get me more money.
Okay, I totally appreciate that. And may I tell you why that makes me nervous?
Yep.
Well, agents that will list your home overpriced, assume they can take the listing now, and they can start beating you up week after week after week after week for a price reduction, while your home just sits on the market. Is that what you want?
No.
Who would? Let's go ahead and sign the contract so I can help you get what you want in the time you want. Won't that be great?
That'd be awesome.
Great.
Guys, and this is open to anyone, you're the first agent that I've talked to. And I really want to interview 2 or 3. I like everything you have. I agree to 6%, Bill. That makes sense on the price and everything. But I'm planning on interviewing 2 other agents right after you, so I wouldn't be able to sign the contract today.
Kevin, if I may take that one, this is probably an objection you probably get more on the phone than in front of the client. I've encountered it in front of the client. The way I deal with it is that I can totally appreciate that you want to talk to other agents regarding the sale of your home. And I have, in fact, a lot of my past clients have told me the same thing. And then after they hear what I have to say, they just go ahead and list with me anyway. That'd be okay with you too, won't it? The reason I ask that question is because oftentimes whenever you go on a listing appointment and they're telling you they're going to talk to other agents, you have a tendency not to close on the transaction or not to close on the listing. And that's what you want to do. You want to give yourself permission to close. And that's basically what it's doing.
Very good. So you set that up on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say, do you feel like I can sell your home in the price range and in the time frame that I've given you? And if they say yes, I say, then why don't we do this? Why don't we go ahead and have you sign the contract? And what we'll do is I'll make it valid for within 3 days. If you want to interview other agents, go ahead and do so, and I will just void the contract. If you found someone else, do you feel right now that I'm the agent to beat? In other words, you're looking for somebody that may be better than me right now. Yeah, if they say yes, we're feeling pretty comfortable going with you, then I would just have them sign the contract right now, but give them an out. It might be a 24-hour out, or however long they feel like the rest of the week. And typically they end up not interviewing anybody else because they've done the work. They've already met with you, they've signed the contract, and they're ready to go forward. So
spend an hour going through disclosures, and they don't want to go through that again.
right, exactly.
And it is possible that sometimes the objection of I'm going to interview other agents, they probably most of the time they are, but sometimes they're not. It's just an easy buffer to not have to make a decision right then. Paul, what do you do? Paul and Troy, either one of you can jump in here. What do you do to sell homes?
That's a question that I get, especially as a new person. And again, I go back to my training from Bill, and I'll say, that is again, that's a great question. Did you know that there are 2 types of real estate agents out there today? There are passive and there are active. Now, a passive agent uses what I call the 4P sales process. They're going to put your home on the MLS. They're going to put a sign in your yard. They're going to place an ad in the newspaper. And then they're going to pray that somebody buys it. I'm an active agent. As soon as you sign the contract tonight, I'm going to go back and actively market your property to my database. I'm going to contact the leading real estate agents in our community to let them know about your house. And I'm going to market your home until we get your home sold. Do you feel that I can sell your house? Don't you want an active agent? Let's sign the contract.
Very good. Troy?
Yeah, and I'd say that that I'm doing it right now. I'm talking to one of my clients, you, that and helping you decide what price to put on your house so that we can best market your home. And that's what I'm going to be going about doing. Is marketing is what is going to bring the price. In other words, exposure to your house, having the most people know about it. And the 4 Ps is definitely part of my repertoire. I think that's an excellent way to go. I'm talking not in the listing presentation right now, but absolutely as far as contacting your clients and talking to people about the ability that they might have to buy your particular home.
And Mike, that all sounds good and everything, but the last agent I listed with, he listed it, and then I never heard from him again. Does your team have some sort of system to keep me updated, or how do I know I'll hear from you? I don't want that to happen again.
Absolutely. Actually, we have a built-in system on a weekly basis. You're going to be contacted at least one time, typically on Fridays. Annette, our lead listing agent, will be contacting you. She's going to fill you in on how showings have gone for the week, how many people have come through, any feedback we get from any other agents. We're going to bounce that all off you. We're going to discuss anything that may be a major holdup that we're hearing is going to defer the sale of this property. And then from that point forward, we can discuss week by week how we want to pursue the following week.
So I'd hear from you at least once a week.
You're going to hear at least once a week, and frankly, if you hear once a week, it's going to be an oddity.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's my. I also let them know that I'm going to be contacting them on Friday, so they don't expect the next day they're going to necessarily get a phone call about something or other,
Right.
So I usually let them know that I'm going to go about finding a buyer for their home, and but I will be contacting them on Fridays to give them an update, and that basically we're going to be watching the multiple listing service, and on the internet, if we have 100 combined client and agent hits on the internet, we should have gotten 10 showings. If we don't get 10 showings from 100 hits, then we're probably a little bit out of the price point. That means people are clicking on our home, and I'm going to take like at least 30 pictures of your house. So they're looking at our pictures, they're going on to other properties online and not setting up an appointment to view yours in person. Now, if we get 10 showings and we don't get one offer, that's also telling us that's 10 people that have gone on and found better value in another property. So we'll be keeping a close eye on that, and I'll be calling you every Friday to let you know how many hits we've had online.
Bill and Mike, I like what you have to say, but my concern is that, I see your signs in other towns, but here, I haven't really seen that you've sold any homes in this particular area.
Yeah, it's a valid concern. And the obvious reason that you'll choose me now is that my company has homes for sale all over the community, which means that when you sign the contract, we're going to market your home to qualified buyers from all over Visalia and not just your neighborhood. Now, you realize how important that exposure is, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah. Exposure.
Great. Let's go ahead and sign the contract so I can help you get what you want. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. I'm ready to.
Go with, regardless of exactly where your home's located, a home's a home, people are people. I'm a sports guy. I say you put butts in the seats, you're going to have a successful product. We're going to get people in that door. I don't care if you were in San Diego. If we took it on, we're going to get people in that door. We're going to get you offers, and we're going to get your home sold.
Awesome.
Bottom line.
Awesome. Well, here's what I really want to do. Troy, I would really like to list it high. I agree with your assessment. The home's worth about $200,000, but I'd like to list it high. We can always come down later.
Absolutely, and that is a danger that some people like to flirt with, Kevin. And in other words, that if we go high, we can always drop the price. In the first 4 weeks, really in the first 2 weeks, we're going to have our most momentum for selling your house. If people feel that we are 5 to 10% out of the price point because we decided to go high, they're not going to come back and look at us again. We've lost those people forever probably. If we put a price reduced sign on the sign and we reduce the price on the multiple listing service, they're still not gonna come back because they feel like we're $20,000 overpriced, and yeah, they probably reduced it $1,000, you know? So they're not even gonna come back and look again. So we've gotta be careful. What you have to realize, Kevin, is that we're gonna sell your house at market. Okay, whether we put it, you know, a little bit over that or a little bit under that, if we went way under that. What I'd like to do is give you an example. You think your house is worth around $250,000, Kevin. What if we put your house on the market for $150,000? What would happen? What do you think would happen, Kevin?
It's multiple offers.
Exactly. How much would your house sell for?
Probably 200,000.
Probably
What was it worth?
$250,000.
What was it worth?
It's worth $250,000.
Oh, probably what it's worth. What the market would be.
There you go. Yeah, and that's what would end up happening if we put it way below. So a lot of people think that agents want to list a house at high so that they can get more commission, or list it really low so they can get their commission faster. But really, neither one works. What we have to find is, at what point is your house going to sell in a reasonable amount of time, in the time that you want it to sell. If we market your house too high, Kevin, we can't always come down, but then we can't get that momentum back, and sometimes we have to drop the price below what we would have accepted if we'd have started at market.
Want to add anything to that?
Well, I mean, you know, it's just, you know, what he said is right. I mean, that's, you know.
So we listen, sign the contract.
Yeah, sign the contract, there you go. You know, people won't even bother looking at homes that are overpriced. And so I guess the question is, would you rather be in a position to maybe get an offer or multiple offers on your property, or be in a position not to get any offers at all? You know, the choice is up to you. Which one do you prefer?
I'd like to get some offers.
Well, then let's sign the contract at a competitive price that we can generate an offer for your home.
That makes sense.
Now, Kevin, if you were going out looking at houses today and you looked at 5 homes, how many, by which number of home do you think it would take you? The 3rd home, the 4th home, or the 5th home to get a real bearing on what the value of the homes were?
I would say by the 3rd home for sure.
Yeah, probably by the 3rd home. By the 5th home for sure, right? Then you could go back and say, wow, that 2nd house we looked at was really priced right. I mean, that was a good deal. Now, that's just 5 homes. The buyers today are more savvy than they've ever been. I mean, they're looking online, they're driving around, they've got Zillow on their phone. I mean, they really know the market. So we're not going to trick anybody into paying like too much for the house. I mean, they know more about your house than you might, you know, at some points. So, and now we're going to be marketing to other agents that have their client pool. Those agents see hundreds of homes. So we don't want to get kind of a black eye right out of the gate by putting you over market. Kevin, let me ask you: would you be willing to put it at the price that I recommend? And what I'll do is I'll back you up. We will support that price, even if we get a low ball offer. We can counter back at that price.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to come down from that. So I
Right.
don't wanna
There you
below
go.
that too.
That's what I'm saying. Is I'll back you up on that.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Well, that all sounds good, but Mike, I really, you know, everything's good, I really want to think it over. I want to think about it.
All right, I'm going to qualify this one too, because we do things a little differently than everybody else does. Frankly, we were trying to remember this morning. I don't remember a listing appointment that we ever physically went to that we did not get the listing. So I'm fine with that. So I'm going to be different than probably everybody else. But I'm going to make it very clear to you. If there's something we need to discuss further that is hindering you from making this decision right now, let's have the conversation.
Okay.
Let's make sure that when we leave here, you're not going to have any questions for us tonight. Now, and we do this in every appointment, you're going to have questions tonight. You're going to wake up in the middle of the night. If you have a question, you write it down. We're going to contact you tomorrow. We're going to call you. We're going to discuss any questions you've come up with further. And at that point, we're going to ask if you're ready to list your property.
You know what, and that's very good, and I don't disagree with Mike at all. That's an objection that sometimes comes up, and quite frankly, there's many times when I will agree with that. Sometimes you just have to think it over. However, I will at least take a stab at it and say something along the lines of, totally could understand that you want to think it over. Tell you what, because I'm here and I could answer any question you have, let's think about it together, out loud. Is there anything, any concern that you have that we could address? What are we thinking over? And at least get them to talk a little bit more to maybe get the real objection. Because the real objection may not be that. Anything to add to that, Bill or Paul, Troy?
Yeah, I think you're right, you know. What specifically, he says 3 minds are better than 2, you know. What specifically is it that you need to think about? Well, we just need to think it over. And I appreciate that. And, you know, my clients, I found from past experience, it's usually one of 3 things. Number one, and I'm going to do this a little bit different than what you have on there. Number one, it's whether or not you feel like you can sell your home. Do you feel like you can sell your home? Well, yeah, we feel you can sell your home. Okay, great. Do you feel it's the price? Well, no, I think the price is about right. Okay, great. How about the commission? And they'll say, well, we think that the commission, you know, should be a little bit less. Great. And this is the critical question. If we can come to an agreement on the commission, are you ready to sign the contract tonight so that we can get started on this home, getting this home sold for you so you can move to Arizona?
Yeah, that's my
So you want to come back in and then you deal with the commission objection.
Awesome. If one of these guys is on the training calendar teaching a class, I know Bill does scripts and dialogues, you learn a lot of stuff. I know I have from Troy and Bill going way back about a decade ago. So let's give them a hand.
We're going to sit up front? Yeah. You're supposed to sit up front.
I want to thank Wayne Butterfield again for doing the job he's doing with the licensing school. I know we're not there, but fill his bucket. We had 4 agents from his school call this week, pass their test, call this week, and are signing up or have signed up with Kirsten. Right. So good job, Wayne. Yeah.
We need a bigger parking lot.
Yeah, I'm in the overflow over there. Also, two of our new agents, Margie Dysart and Kelly Pimentel. Is Kelly here? Kelly is here. All right. Let's move on to Main Street Escrow. You have Rachel or?
Last day of the month, they're working really hard down there.
Last day of the month, they're working hard. I like it. All right, Country Club Mortgage.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody?
Good.
Good. Quiet?
Any good news about any hole-in-ones?
No hole-in-ones. Close. I was 4 feet away from Cadillac, so so close but no cigar. I don't pay 4 feet. That was a great tournament for all of you that came out. Thank you guys very much for your support. Thank you guys for all getting together and letting us purchase the tickets for our silent auction. We'll have some numbers out probably in the next couple of weeks. The board office is tied up. Everybody's up north right now, but we'll have some numbers out. But I think we raised some pretty good money. So thank you guys very much for your effort and your support there. Not a whole lot of news in the industry today. Basically, I do have a rate update for you, but no news sometimes is good news. So status quo, there's no big shakeups going on right now. As far as rates go, 30-year fixed is sitting about 4.5 with a 5% down. FHA is hovering right around 4%, 4 and 8. Pretty much all the government products are sitting about the same point there. And then your jumbo is also sitting about 4.5, so it's not too far off of what your conventional rates are. So if you've got anybody in that price range, we've got some good pricing on that right now. I do have an introduction this morning. We do have a new loan officer with Country Club Mortgage, and I would like to introduce Darla Gordon. She's just come aboard, so if you see her walking in, say hi to her, make her feel welcome, and send her some business and help her get her feet wet. She does come to us with some experience in the mortgage industry and also in escrow, so she's had a little bit of both sides of the transactions. Last thing I have for you guys, you've already probably heard about it from Barbara, but the picnic is coming up, so mark the date, June 26th. The Tulare County Association of Realtors has their annual family picnic that's going to be at Plaza Park. Tickets are available through the board office. One of the committee members, myself, Barb, several people in here are on the committee, so get with them, and that should be a good event. We will see you guys out next week, next Thursday for Red Day. We're doing lunch in Tulare, right?
And in Hanford.
And in Hanford, so, well, yeah, we are. But
Yes.
yes, we'll be in Tulare, we'll see you guys, we'll also be out in Hanford, so we're looking forward to being a part of that. If there's anything we can do for you guys, please let us know, and again, we do appreciate all your business, so, thank you.
60 seconds. Troy?
No, I'll donate it back.
Donate it back. All right, good. Success stories, fill the buckets. Any
Roll
what's
over
needed?
seconds.
Hector.
I have an introduction. We have a new agent with us today, and Yalis de Souza. He just passed his exam, his license yesterday, so he's excited to join. The existing agent as well, Carlos Hernandez. He'll be joining us as well.
All right. Olives?
Yalis.
Olives, okay.
Did I say that one?
No, you did good. You did good. I was just practicing. Success stories. Buyers, wants, needs. Fill the bucket. I will fill the bucket of our panel again. And let me just say this, because I would be remiss if I didn't. You'll notice they all had confidence. They weren't real insecure about any of those questions, and some of them were very tough. And I believe that confidence comes from practice and also memorizing scripts. When you have everything memorized that you're going to say, it doesn't sound so memorized. You can go in there and give it your own tone and inflection, but it sure builds the confidence when you know. And these guys, no matter what someone says, they're going to have a response for it, an objective response to bring them back to the close or bring them back to their appointment. So Bill and Paul and Troy and Mike, thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Jillian.
And I would like to add to that, they're all great trainers. They all train and lead these classes, and I think that is the best way to really hone your skill is to train. So thank you guys.
Very true. Good job, guys. Any other success stories? Yes.
Well, actually I want to fill Frank Spandler's bucket and Katie Oliver. They held the fort down for me and was able to close 2 of my escrows in my absence when I took my mom to Japan this past week. And I just wanted to thank them very much for letting me have that time so I can breathe a little bit. And, they took care of it, those 2 escrows for me in my absence. So.
Any others? I have one last or announcement actually. And there's right where Kellen's at. There should be some kettle corn, and it's over there. Okay, that my wife's friend made that, so it's homemade, and her cards are there. And the reason my wife wanted me to bring that in today is because one of our founding members of our company, going back 7 years ago, it's her 40th birthday today, and I just want to say happy birthday, Connie Couts. Any last ones before we close the meeting? All right, that's it. You guys have a great day.